What's up? We're back at it again with another video. Welcome or welcome back. In today's video in my channel, which is your channel, we got Hourglass in the house. And if you're ready for today's video, keep on watching. Mwah! Video, you already know the drill. I would love for you to be part of the Stephi Glam or us fam, so go down below and click the little red button so you can become part of it. Here we have the other palette from the Hourglass Holiday 2021 Ambient Lighting Edit Universe Unlocked. So Hourglass came through with 3 palettes and I have 2 out of the 3. If you haven't watched the previous video, I already reviewed this baby. I have a whole full dedicated video. I am gonna link it in my description box down below, so go watch it either after, before this one, whatever you want, but watch it. The point of the 2 palettes is that the Universe Unlocked is supposed to be for medium dark skin complexion, hopefully, and the other one, which is the Universe, it's more for lighter skin complexions. Both of this year's palettes have the same packaging, which is this marble in the front that is doing something to me. Like, I really don't even know which one I like more. No, I do like this one more, but I do really like this one too. It's just so pretty. Like, the packaging of this palette, it is completely different from the previous palettes. These ones are more like a chrome plastic with like a metal finish. And I just love the fact that they're fingerproof. Thank you, Hourglass, for that. It is $80 and let me show you how it looks inside. Nice. In this palette, we're getting 3 limited edition new shades, the blushes and the highlighter, and 2 existing shades. The finishing powder is old and also the bronzer is an existing bronzer. Let me give you some live swatches really quick. And I'm also going to compare it to the Universe. This is the Radiant Light, which is a golden beige. Have the Rose Heat. It is a deep berry. We got Coral Blush. That is a bright peony. Now let me swatch the Universe palette really quick. I'm going to show you some comparisons between the 2 palettes. And here you have some swatches. Definitely the Universe Unlocked, it is a little deeper than the Universe, that's for sure. Even though the bronzer in the Universe palette, once you build it up, it does turn darker than the one in the Universe Unlocked. Besides that, the highlighter in the Universe Unlocked is supposed to be like a champagne highlighter, but on the face, it looks more golden. I also use this baby for my eye look, and I love how everything turned out. So let me show you really quick how I created the eye look and how do I use these powders. Let's go. My Morphe E48, I'm gonna grab a little bit of the finishing powder and I'm gonna apply it in my whole entire eye. Before you apply the finishing powder, make sure that there's no creasing. This is not like a setting powder that is gonna smoothen your eye, give you a little bit of blur, and help you with the creasing. This is not gonna do none of that. So you don't wanna apply this finishing powder on top of creasing because remember, it's glowing, so it's gonna make everything worse. So my BK Beauty 202, I'm gonna grab a little bit of the bronzer and I'm just gonna build it up on my crease. I'm not really gonna do no blending, because I really don't want to blend the color away. So I'm grabbing and I'm just placing it right here on my crease. A little tip, trick, whatever you want to call it that I'm about to give you. Don't use the same brush that you use for your transition color or for that color that you use to blow out. Don't use it for your crease color. Use a totally different brush and make sure that the brush that you're going to use for your crease color, it's a little smaller than the one that you use for your transition color. You see how my BK Beauty 201, it's bigger and it's fluffier. This is the brush that I use for my transition color or to just blend really close to my brow bone for my blonde color. And then for my crease, I use something like my BK Beauty 202 or my classic crease from Sonia G. You use the same brush or brushes with similar bristles, the colors are gonna merge together, and that's the reason why you can see the different colors that you apply on your eyes, and it's just gonna be like whatever you apply on your eye is gonna be one big color. Always start with your bigger brush and go smaller as you go. So now with my classic crease from Sonia G, I'm gonna go into this blush, and I'm just gonna pack it right here on my outer V and also on the inner part of my eye. We're gonna make like a quick halo eye. This blush have a lot of pigmentation, way more than the ones from the other palette. Now with my jumbo blender from the Que Jacket set from Sonia G, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this pink. I want like a soft layer of it, and I'm just gonna apply right here on the center of my lid. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the highlighter, and I'm gonna apply right on top. Look how pretty the highlighter looks. I'm gonna be wetting my brush because I want to show you how the highlighter looks wet. Look at the highlighter, how pretty and intense it can get if you wet your brush. I applied a little bit of my burgundy liner from Natasha Denona on my waterline. I forgot to do it, but if you have the liner on hand and you want to give the eye look a little bit of depth, apply a little bit of liner on the outer V of your eye, like a messy wing, and then blend it out with the darkest blush. And that's going to give it life. I'm just not going to do it right now because I already cleaned up, but I know that's going to look on point. And I'm applying Rose Heat on my lower lash, the highlighter on my tear duct. I'm gonna be using the duo and the brush from Hourglass. I remember today. You thought I was gonna forget, huh? I thought I was gonna forget, but I wrote it down. So we're gonna start with the finishing powder, the bigger side of the brush, and we're gonna apply all over the face. I don't apply these powders directly under my eyes. They're too glowy. What I like to start right here. Okay? And then I go. I'm gonna grab a little bit more, and I'm gonna go on my forehead. On my chin. And then let me tell you that this one, it's not as glowy as the Universe palette, so that is a good thing. I like them. I definitely put a good amount of finishing powder on my face, and I'm not as glowy as I was yesterday, so I'm completely satisfied with that when it comes to the glow, because yesterday it was a little bit too much. And this bronzer, you can just sweep it all over your face for an all over bronze sun-kissed look if that's what you want. If your foundation looks too light on you that day, this bronzer will take you out of bind, just because it's not too intense to the point that if you apply it all over your face, you're going to look crazy. Not at all. If you apply it all over your face, you're going to look sun-kissed. With glow, but sun-kissed. So just have in mind the glow. That if you apply it all over your face, you are going to be glowy. And I stress that because I know that not everybody like glow. Not everybody like to be sparkling. Not everybody like little tiny fine little particles of glitters. Even though they're very, very fine, they're still particles of glitter. So you know, that's why I keep bringing that up. Just know that this is that. So if you are going to apply it all over your face, it's going to be all over your face. The way that I like to apply is on my cheekbones. On my temples. And then on my jawline. I am going to be building it up because I can barely see. Let me go get another brush. Hold up. Okay, I'm back. Let me apply with this one from Wayne, because I know that the brush from Hourglass, it's good, but okay, so now you're seeing it a little bit more. I know you see that pimple right there. I know you see it, but I was trying not to talk about it. I was trying not to even bring it up, but I guess it's impossible not to. This is the size with the bronzer and the size without it. For sure, you see it. It's there. It gave me a pretty definition. And you see how I can just keep going and it's not getting muddy on me and it's not looking like off like the one from the other palette was doing. And that's something that I actually noticed right away when I swatched it, that the undertone of this palette, it is way prettier than the Universe. This bronzer is stunning. I'm loving the undertone of it. This is actually one of the prettiest one, if not the prettiest bronzer in their line. If I'm not mistaken, it's not in the last year palette. It's not in the Ghost palette. It's in none of the palettes that I showed you guys in the previous video where I reviewed the Universe palette. So that's a good thing. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with blush, and I'm gonna apply one in each side of the face, and then I'm gonna mix them together after that. I'm gonna start with blush He, and I'm using the smaller side of the Hourglass brush. And okay, so that does have some pigmentation going on, and that color is pretty. I know, but with that pimple right there, right in the middle of where I have to apply blush. And then now let's go with Coral Flush, which is this pinky right here on the other side of the face. It's a soft pinky, but it does have some pigmentation going on. I do like the blushes on the face. To me, they look similar, right? Like, they don't really look that much different once you blend it out on the face. Let me just match them up. So now let me apply the highlighter, and I really like this highlighter. This highlighter looks so pretty and so intense. Look at it. See? See? I like. Let's apply this highlighter, and this is a brush that I like to use most of the time with most of my highlighters. Look how pretty. Look how pretty it looks on my cubist bone. Love it. Oh my god, a good highlighter makes me happy. That's for sure. Okay, babe, so we are done with the application part of this video, and now it's time for my final thoughts, no BS, and what do I really think about this palette. So yeah, no, I keep it real. I love Hourglass face palettes. I mean, the amount of palettes that I have from Hourglass says it all. This palette is beautiful, stunning. All 5 shades, they are on point, even though we're only getting 3 new shades, and the other 2 shades, they are existing shades. I can't complain. I enjoy and I really like every single shade. I mean, the 2 existing shades, they're oldie but goodies. So let's look at it that way. If you love Hourglass like I do and like a lot of people do, and you know you're gonna finish the powders and you use them a lot, then it is worth it buying another palette with some existing shades and some new shades, because they're giving you what you want, they're giving you what you use and what they know you love, with some new shades here and there. So if we want to be technical, it is worth it. And I'm happy with this palette, with the Universe Unlock. They gave us the best selling finishing powder, and the bronzer in it is just so flattering. It's gonna look so pretty in so many skin complexions, and it doesn't have that ugly orange red burn undertone. The other palette, the bronzer in the Universe palette, does have that orangey red undertone that it's just no. But there's a catch-22 here, okay? If you love Hourglass but you catch yourself not using the palettes a lot or not going through the powders, then this is not a must-have. Again, nothing unique, nothing out of the ordinary. If you already own some of the previous palettes, and no FOMO, don't go crazy. You don't need these palettes if you already have some of the other palettes. That's it. That's just what it is. This one is just way better than this one. And this palette, the Universe Unlocked, have the glow that it's supposed to have. They overdid it with the glow with the Universe palette. It's just way too much glow. Way too much glow. Even though that this palette is just so pretty, at this point I'm starting to feel that I have a little bit too much of the same thing from the same brand, and it's starting to be a little bit overwhelmed. I really wish that they made this palette with 4 new shades like they did in the other palette. And I do get it, like, okay, fine, if you wanna keep the finishing powder the same, that's okay. And I wish that they kept the same bronzer but darker, deeper. Like, why not darker? Like, and that bronzer is just so pretty, but the pigmentation is just not there. The pigmentation on the blushes, it is definitely there. They're super pretty. And the highlighter, it is really yummy. The Universe Unlocked is the winner. Even if you're lighter than me, I would still recommend you to still pick up the Universe Unlocked. But now it's your turn. What do you really think about the whole deal with the Hourglass palettes? Do you like them? Which one do you like more out of the two? The Universe Unlocked? Let me know. I really want to know, what do you think about these palettes? Are you gonna pick them up? You're not gonna pick them up? Let me know in the comment section down below. We finally made it to the end of the video. Thank you again for another great video. I love you all so damn much, to the moon and back. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope now you're considering subscribing and staying with me forever and ever. So go down below and click the little red button and make sure your notification bell is on so YouTube can notify you every time I upload new videos. Mwah! See you on the next one.